So successful about your guys' pass rush against Davis, especially in the first half there?
Just got pressure on him early. Ultimately, got him off his spot a few times, made him throw some air throws, put that pressure on him. Anytime you can get a quarterback off their spot early in the game, it makes them think about it, second guess decisions, stuff like that. So I thought that was super important for us, and that was our plan to go in. That we got to get some heat on him early and be able to make some plays.
And then ask Rylan a similar question, but just in the fourth quarter when they're making that comeback, how'd that kind of play out from your perspective?
You know, they made some good plays, and teams are going to do that. Great teams are going to make good plays, and got to come off the sideline and just calm down. We got to go back out there. We got to win this game. So how are we going to go out there, change some things up, maybe do the same things, execute a little better? What are we going to do to help this team win? And ultimately, it wasn't pretty, but we got it done when it came down to the wire.
McCade coming up with that interception on that 2-point conversion, can you just take me through your perspective of that play and him coming up that big?
McCade's a guy that's always in here watching film, knowing exactly what's coming before it comes, and ultimately, when big plays are there to be made, McCade's on them a lot of the time. So I think it's his preparation and the dedication that he's put to this team and dedication to his training that he's put in over the years ultimately led to him making a play like that.
The stunts in disguise that you guys showed seemed to fluster them. A big reason why you guys got pressure. Is that something you guys felt like was working especially well for you guys?
Yeah, a little bit. Hastings is a great quarterback. He's not one of the most mobile quarterbacks though that we played against. We've played some guys that can run around and make plays on the edge and make different things happen with their legs. And Hastings can sling the rock around like nobody we've seen so far. And but he isn't as mobile, so we knew that if we could get in his face, get some hands up in the air, do some twists and stunts and stuff like that, and be able to get some pressure on him, then that would affect the game.
It seemed like the third down, red zone execution, especially early, was effective last year. Some of those games it was less so. So what have you guys kind of done as a defense to be able to perform when in those late downs and those key situations?
Yeah, I think like key situations like that, any type of situation that you have that's different from your normal down and distance or certain situation on the field, you got to kind of change your mentality a little bit, know exactly the tendencies of what are coming. You can see that, you can get great pre-snap thoughts and be able to disguise or whatever you need to do to go out there and make plays, and just having that mentality that no, you're not going to get this first down, you're not going to get in the end zone or whatever it is for that situation. You just got to dial it in and know exactly what you're doing pre-snap.
Switching gears a little bit, it's your final CAC race, obviously. When you think back to everything that you've been through, what does it mean to you what has it meant to you to represent this school and just playing for this team?
It means the world. I love this team, I love this program, and there's no place I'd rather be. Coming in here, going through the years, there's highs, lows, and man, I think about this game, especially after last year, what happened every single day. Walk by that podium out there and look at that and know that there should be a trophy sitting there. So going into this game, there's big stakes, and we take that seriously, and I can't wait to play this final game.
You kind of spoke about it there. What do you kind of take from last year's experience to try to make sure that the job gets done this week?
We just got to come out and fly around. Big games, you got to come ready to play, and we didn't come ready to play. We didn't start fast enough, and we got to make some plays, and everybody's got to do their job. Nobody needs to have some out-of-world experience or anything like that. Just go out there and trust each other and trust the coaches that they're going to put you in a good spot to make plays, and when one comes to you, make it.
Coulter, what do you have? Let's go with Coulter.
A couple from me, Brody. First of all, how would you just describe the way Coach Megan and his staff prepared for these rivalry games?
We emphasize it all week long. We know what a big game it is for us, how special a game can be like this to get the outright Big Sky Championship, get that trophy, and get the Brawl Wild trophy back. So it's a huge emphasis this week, but in terms of what we're doing to prepare, the things that we're doing at practice, everything like that, it's consistent. We preach consistency every day, going 1-0, win each battle you have, and move on.
Just just the matchup in terms of their offense versus your defense? Break it down. I mean, what sort of advantages do you think you guys can find?
They got a high-powered offense. They've been able to run the ball pretty effectively most of the year. A 2-quarterback system, switching it up, they got things that they're good at, each quarterback. Got some receivers that are good that can make some plays. Ultimately, I think as a D-line, we need to control this game, get on their offensive line early, and get some pressure on the quarterbacks. That can make a big, huge difference in this game, and I take that personally, and the rest of the D-line do as well.
Home field advantage has played such a huge factor in this the last several matchups. Why do you think that is?
I mean, we both have great fan bases. When it comes to Montana, everybody in Montana is asking you about this game all year long. Nobody's thinking about any other game in the off season except about this one. And so in terms of the backing in Montana in general and each program's support throughout the community and the whole state, it makes a huge impact on this game. So having our fans there cheering is going to be a great advantage for us.
And just going into battle one last time in this rivalry with your fellow seniors, especially Tommy, a fellow captain, just talk about that a little bit.
I love those guys. We've been through so much together. To go out there with those guys and battle, go to war, lay it on the line for each other means the world. I love them to death, and group guys that no one I'd rather be with, and just got to go out there and get it done.